Hi, my name's Simon from Motodrome. Now today we're going to take a walk around and a drive of this 1959 Alvis TD21 saloon. One of my favourite items of stock, it's fair to say. It's a lovely thing. Two videos, one walk around, one driving, plus a bit of engine starting and idling action at the beginning of the driving video. Hope you like them and hope it tells you what you need to know. Cheers. Okay, let's take a look around this 1959 Alvis TD21 saloon. This is one of the first ones off the production line, in fairness, but also one of the first that has front disc brakes rather than drums. Still on its original registration, SJU 777, and in its original colour scheme, although for years after it was first restored it was British Racing Green, but it's now back to what it should be, opalescent silver blue. Enamel wire wheels, basically standard spec for one of these, except this one has been prepared for continental touring, which the last owner did, and I've also done a little bit of myself over the past couple of weeks or so. It's got electric cooling fan on it, which is thermostatically controlled. It's got high torque starter motor, electronic ignition, and what's it called? The dynator system, which is basically an alternator that looks like it's still a dynamo. All done by Red Triangle Alvis. Secondly, it's also got seats in it from, I believe, a Ford Thunderbird, which are much more comfortable than the originals, with headrests and everything. Almost look as if they were made to go in. That said, we have got the original seats, which are in good shape, and they can go back in if required. Obviously, it's got electrical switches down there, but the electrics don't work in this one. They're purely manual, but they really do make a difference on a long journey, it's fair to say. And this is a great sort of, gentleman's tourer. Anyway, let's walk around and pick out some good bits and bad bits. It's not a trailer queen or show queen. It has been used, as I say, used quite extensively for continental touring, so there are a few marks on it here and there, but it's just a really nice sorted example. Chrome, I think, is original. There is some pitting here and there, as you might be able to see a bit of it on top of the grille there, but it's nicely bedded in for a car that's 64 years old, shall we say. Paintwork around the front end is pretty good. We've just got a couple of minor blemishes just down there on the front valance. Bonnet's nice. Looking down the near side, the one thing this one does suffer from, and it's not an uncommon problem on these, is poor trailing edge door fit. It is a coach built car, and I don't think anyone's ever been able to get this one exactly right. But looking down the sides, it looks nice and straight down there. Near side front arch is all good. She's also particularly nice underneath, this one. See the panel line there. Bit of bubbling just coming up on the screen pillar there. Screen is okay, but there is it's obviously had a worn wiper blade at some point. You probably can't see it on the video. Actually, you might just be able to see it. There's a wiper scratch line across there on the screen. Roof is nice. Near side door, we've got a blemish just here. Looks like someone's opened their door onto it. And a tiny bit of lacquer loss just up here on the trailing edge. Actually, I'm not sure it is lacquer loss. I don't know what it is really. It's a bit of cracked paint, so we'll leave that well alone, I think. Door fit, as you can see, is not 100% perfect on the near side. Inside here, door cards are all nice. The wood was repolished in 2020. It's fair to say the dash top is a little bit flat, but we've got stacks of history with this one. The stereo, whilst it looks a period one, has also got FM on it. It does work. Thunderbird seats. As I say, it's almost as if these seats that are fitted were made for it. And they're really comfortable. But as I say, we do have the originals which can go back in. It's also been fully dynamatted underneath the cockpit and underneath the bonnet to make it a little bit quieter. that's just something we didn't clean off. It's come off now. Small chip on the near side rear wheel arch there, and another small scratch just down there on the wheel arch, and we have got a large scratch on the back of the near side rear wing, just there, and another tiny one just put down by the bumper. Boot lid is all good. There is some pitting on the chrome on the boot lid here, but again, nothing more than you'd expect given original 60-plus-year-old chrome. It's all pretty tidy around the tail end. Looking down the offside, as you can see, the door fit isn't great on the driver's door on the trailing edge. Couple of little marks on the offside rear wing there, and we've got a little bit of bubbling just coming up just here by the D-post and along there a bit. There's also a little bit of micro blistering on the roof just there. I think from memory it was painted about 3 years, last painted about 3 years ago. Small bubble just there on the front of the offside front door. And then along here, and up there, it's all nice. And then inside, again, door cards are all good. Headlining is nice. Imagine that's a relatively recent replacement headlining actually. Big sprung steering wheel. It's great to drive this, it really is. The beauty of these, in my opinion, is that everyone loves it but no one quite knows what it is. You don't see many of these around, so you know, people might think you're driving a £100,000 car or a £500,000 car. No one really knows. Clearly it's not that sort of money, but of the one car that we have in stock that I use quite regularly, this is the one that gets the most comments, it's fair to say. Anyway, there we have it. She's rather sweet. I love it. Hope you do too. My name's Simon. You can reach me in the office on 0118 907 1495 or go to our website, which is www.motodrome.com.